Welcome back. In the previous lesson, we have discussed about the conditional statement. Now, in this lesson, we're going to discuss about the control flow statements, which is for loop and while loop. But before moving into the for and while loops, sometimes it is necessary to create a sequence of numbers. That is, to generate the sequence of numbers. And here, we're going to use the range function. Range function generate the sequence of numbers. Basically, it will take the three parameters. One is start, stop, and step. Start is a starting number of sequence, and stop is a generating number up to but not including this number. Whereas step is the difference between each number in sequence. By default, the value is 1. Let me give an example here. For example, I want to generate the numbers in the range 1 to 6. The meaning of this is the first one is start. So we will be starting with 1 and the end value is 6. So we're going to end with 6 but not including 6. So which means that we're going to end with 5 only. So that's what it means. So now if you print the numbers and we're going to get something like a range 1 to 6. So what exactly it means, so as I said, we will going to start with 1 but end with 6 but not including 6. So what exactly it means is that if you convert this number into list of sequence, so then you can see what exactly the numbers we're going to print here. So let me take the list of numbers and this is what we're going to get here. So what it happens is that we're going to print all the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 but excluding 6. Okay, that's the meaning of this. So if at all you want to know the number of numbers, total numbers you'll get, so basically it will be end minus start. So here it is end is equal to 6 and the start is equal to 1, which is 5. Cool, right? And there is one more information which is also there, which is the default value is step. The meaning of step here is essentially will tell us the difference between the each number of sequence. But the default value here is 1. So that's the reason you can see the difference between the two values is 1. 2 minus 1, 3 minus 1 and 3 minus 4 and so on. For example, you want to see some difference, for example, you want to change the default value to 2. So which means that it will generate the range from 1 to 6. Particularly the ending value will be not included, and however the difference it's going to generate is 2. So let me show you that. Let's say numbers, let me create one more variable, and here let's say 1 to 6 comma 5, comma 2. So now the difference is 2. So let me print the numbers. So what you're seeing is this is the 1 to 6 and the step value is 2. Now if you convert this into list of numbers, and what exactly you're seeing is this. So what you see is that 1, 2, 1, 3 and 5. So basically the difference between the two numbers is 2. So that's the meaning of the step here, and that's how we can generate the numbers. Okay, now how exactly these generators can be used in the for and while loop? Let's say we call them as a control flow statements. Let me start with the for loop. Okay, so basically for loop is used to iterate the sequence of numbers or iterate the sequence of object. For example, let me generate the numbers in the range of 1 to 6. Instead of converting those values into the list or some kind of a collection, we can actually print those values using for loop. For loop will iteratively execute the steps or iteratively execute the sequence in steps as follows. Now the syntax for that will be for I. So I could be any variable, or you can create what other variable you want. Now I in, so we always need to for loop followed by variable, and always it should be a n. Now you have to provide some collection or an object. So here the object which is the numbers. Now you can print the I. So what happens here is it iteratively print all the numbers. First we'll print 1, and after that we'll go to the next number, which is 2, and after that we'll print the next number 3, and so on. And that's what you're going to see here is this. The first it prints 1, next it prints 2, 3, 4, and 5, and basically the end value is 6, and we will not get the end value in the range operator. Okay, so that's the meaning of how exactly we can execute the for loop. It's not only just printing the numbers, you can also print the statements you want. Basically you can print welcome to Python and execute it, and here you go. That's what you're going to see is 1, and we're going to print welcome to Python, 2, welcome to Python, and so on. And just like the so on. And in for loop, basically we can also do the nested loop or nested list also. What I'm trying to say is that inside this we can write one more for loop, and basically we can write the nested loops. So again I can write like, for j in range of, let's say, 3, and I want to print data science. So what exactly happens is that I'm going to print the data science for 3 times, and if at all you want to display the number, let me put the j value here, and I will use the f string to insert the value. Now execute this, and here you go. You can see that we have 1 and welcome to Python, and after that executing the loop once again, which is a data science 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, so basically if at all you are not providing any kind of a range operator, it will start with 0. So here I just provide the start value and stop value, but here I just provide only the stop value, and the default start value will become 3. Cool, right? So that is how we can simply create some for loops. In the next lesson we're going to see a few more examples of the for loop. I will see you on that. Until then, happy learning.